Okay, so I've just begun this project. It is not really a custom Hot Wheels. It's not a Hot Wheels. You can see it through the focus. So it's an old Chevrolet something. Okay, so what I just did was I drilled the rivets on this old Chevrolet. So this was actually one of the best cars that I did. One of the biggest problems with drilling the rivets, or at least with my screwdriver, is that my screwdriver will slide. So the axles are held on by these tiny little annoying things which come off a lot. So this one just goes on that little peg right there. Then you can push them down. But I'm not going to bother with that right now. So, actually I will bother with that right now. Frick, you get them. Okay. So, other than that, the body's in quite nice condition. Here's the windshield. That's actually see-through, surprisingly. That's the interior. That's the actual body itself. There's lots of stuff on this body. Okay. So, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off the grill by cutting that and that off with my pocket knife. Then, we can get to the last step of painting it. And I was thinking kind of a park green, or maybe a green. Yeah, I think park green would look really good on this. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, is park green. So, after this will be the daily driver of the farmer who owns my Hot Wheels Garage Find map. Which is really cool. Okay, so like I said, we were going to be doing a forest green. So, here's that color. A nice little forest green that we can use on this truck. So, I'm going to start a time lapse for you guys to be able to watch this faster. So, okay, so if you were wondering about that big red splotch right there, I did spell the guards red, but not that much of it. Hopefully, I did get it all over my fingers and all over the desk now. So this is my official murder scene. But other than that, I painted the interior red like leather. You see? Then I repainted the grill silver, so it looks a little bit better. And then I just had to repaint this black because it's had such a hard lifetime, like going through the dirt and crap. The wheels and axles are perfectly fine though, so I'd say it's been restored to as much as it can possibly get, and I'm just going to wait for this to dry before I go and put it all back together again. So, bye. Okay, so what took you guys about like maybe a minute or a few seconds took me like 10 minutes, and it sucked. But anyways, no, it took more than 10 minutes. It took like 20 minutes. Anyways, here's the finished product. I can't get it to lay straight. Okay, so I model glued everything in place. It's a bright forest green, not neon green, even though my camera says it is. So I repainted the grille, I repainted the undercarriage. The wheels didn't need that much work, so I just left them original, and of course the interior is red. So we have the Farmer Classic pickup. All wheels roll except one on this side that decided not to work. That's probably because I got model glue on it when I was model gluing the axles back on. So anyways, this is going to go in the garage with my garage find Hot Wheels, which I need to show you guys, which is what this part of the video is going to be about. So anyways, this is the daily driver. So basically, to make this map, I took some styrofoam that I found in my mom's sewing room, and I just painted it with like all different sorts of greens and browns and blues, and I used gray on this too. You can't really see it, but it's see-through blue, so you can see some of the gray, so it looks kind of like a stream. So yeah, I used lots of colors on this one. This was one of the toughest projects yet, but other than that, it was pretty darn fun. So I have a few different cars that I would like to show you before I stop this. One is being this one, which I love. So that one. Two is this one. It's a '69 Copo Camaro that I have. I've weathered it with a clear coat, a flat base that dries invisible, and then I just blew dirt over that flat base, and that gives me a good weathering look. But I put a tarp over it, which is a piece of tin foil that I colored blue with some paints, and it looks like a blue tarp. So it's a square. It's actually got the dimensions of a tarp for this size car. So yeah. No, and so I just went to Treasure Mountain Scout Camp. So we kind of destroyed some of my Hot Wheels there, and then transported them back here in a plastic bag. So this is one of those. It's a 1970 Buick GSX. And on this one, I learned how to make the tires flat. You just take a lighter and you take a screwdriver and you press them down. So all 4 tires are flat. There is a small little tiny tarp covering the front end because the front end is really ugly because there's a lot of rust there. Actually, it's covering the front end because that rust doesn't look like rust. Other than that, I tried to rust this car out really well. So, yeah. This is just some Cleville SS that I found in my toy box. This is just some 1970 Cleville SS that I found in my toy box, and I decided to take some dirt and dust and put it over it. So that's all realistic, and if I wipe my hand, then it all comes off. So that one's great. So anyways, this is a custom truck that I made using some cardboard, a pencil, and some double-sided sticky tape. This was one of my Mad Max customs, but I decided to take it off the list because it would look better as a pickup truck in this sunken down area over here where the wheels go. So there used to be a humongous Baja engine right there in the Mad Max, but it looks really rusty and stuff. This was actually one of the very first customs that I made, so that holds emotional value to me. The roof to the barn does come off because all it is paper. In here I have 2 basic supercars. I'm not going to reveal the one underneath of the tarp, so leave in the comments below what you think it is. But over here I have a tractor. This is a custom painted tractor. It used to be white. I covered it in brown. Yeah, it doesn't say. What is it? Yep, it's just a generic tractor. So I covered it in brown, and once again I used my magical blow dirt at it technique. So that one's pretty cool. This one is my favorite. This is a '66 Nova And this one was one of my favorites because it was super hard to do to get this look. And once I was done, I was like super satisfied with it. So this is like my favorite car out of all of them. Okay, so they're all supposed to be garage finds, so they're super rare cars. This one though is, I just found this in my toy box and it looked like crap already. It's a Porsche Carrera GT. It's I used the flat base and blew dirt at it again, and that gives me a pretty realistic dirty look. So now that one's going back there, and then that car. You guys are gonna have to leave in the comments below what you think that car is. Here's my stack of tires that I glued together. Anyways, the barn is just a couple of toothpicks that I wrapped painter's tape around. I would have looked better if I had duct tape, but I didn't have duct tape. For some reason we didn't have a roll. So anyways, these are my customs. All of them belong to this set. All of them have a place to go. And if they're not in that place, then I get really picky. Like the Nova has to be back here in this corner. And the tractor has to be right there. Turned just at an angle so it can get out. Daily Driver is parked right there. Kind of half in and half out of the shop. The little Cleeville SS is not really a daily driver, but it is a driver and it actually runs. So that's parked right there. This one, the GSX, goes right there because it's, once again, the garage find. Then this, my Mad Max custom truck, goes right there. The wheels go into those little wheel wells that I was talking about. And then the Copo Camaro just mounts right there on the bottom. Okay guys, so leave in the comments below what you thought about that video. The one with the garage finds and all that good crap. And be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Bye.